I know parents often will say to Heather and I, because we know we're working with, very, very important parts of your lives, your children, and their future. And so parents will often say, as I'm sure they do at the post-secondary level, this is a fairly significant shift in approach, something that's a sharp move away from a time-honored tradition in the classroom. How do we know it works? Prove it to me. And I know both Brenda and Paul, you've got some pretty good statistics.
I have a research study that's associated with this course redesign project. And what I'm asking is, does the design of the course affect students' engagement and learning? So our prime sort of effort here was to get better engagement. And so the way I run the study is I have a survey that's run at the end of each course, and it involves two components. One is an instrument called the Classroom Survey of Student Experience, which is related to the national one, similar questions. And the other is a study process questionnaire, which gets at whether students are engaging in deep or surface learning. So we ran the surveys in the courses in their last traditional lecture-based versions, and that gave us the baseline data. And it's a longitudinal study, so we're not setting it up and comparing two cohorts. It's over the years. That set our baseline, we had data from that. And then every year we're running the same survey, and we intend to do it for at least 5 years to see how the scores change. And so I can tell you that in all of the courses that we've redesigned into blended models, we've seen statistically significant improvements in engagement scores. In particular, in active learning in the classroom, student-faculty interactions is another one that goes up. And the third one that went up consistently in all the courses was higher order thinking. So that means they're getting beyond the sort of memorization and regurgitation of knowledge and actually scoring on applying things and synthesizing different ideas.
When we flipped our intro course, we've always put our best teachers on it. So fall 2012, we had some of our top-notch instructors delivering all of the lectures in the traditional sense, using a series of assignments that we have sort of been building up over the years. And then in the following January, we went to a blended learning model with our MOOC videos. And then this last fall 2013, we taught it again to the same kind of students. We had very different students in the fall and in the winter. In the fall, we have all of the keeners who want to go on in computer science, who intend to do computer science. In the winter, we have everybody who has to take the course because another program requires it. So we couldn't really compare those two very well. Anyway, so at the beginning of the semester and at the end of the semester, we gave out a survey asking in both falls, saying, how interested are you in computer science? And what's your English language learning level? And commute time, work outside of school, family commitments, just a whole ton of questions that we thought might have an effect on their experience. And it turns out that in the inverted classroom, English language learners do about the same. And this was a surprise to us because you can pause the videos, you can rewind them, you can watch them at half speed, you can watch them at double speed. And so we expected people to sort of pinpoint their learning level. There was no change in effect. The students thought the workload was about the same between the two terms, and they liked the course about the same amount. So there really didn't seem to be any difference, except that students thought the inverted was much more difficult. It's the statistically significant result on that. The inverted course was much more difficult for them. On the other hand, they didn't report spending longer on the course. And I think that the reason for this is something that Brenda mentioned, which is that they're faced early on with the fact that they don't know how to do something. And this, of course, is a positive thing. The earlier we can catch people in this, the better. The really fun thing is the final exams were similar. We had two people who had taught the course many times but who hadn't taught either of those semesters rate the two final exams. the inverted exam was deemed harder by both of them independently, and the final exam score was 7% higher. So they learned more.